No plan, no matter who comes up with said plan, will ever bring peace if we don't actually address the foundational issues that lie underneath all of this. The core issue is jihadism. And the simple fact is that we don't have a universal moral compass. In this space of moral confusion, specifically in the Middle East, the worst elements have found a way to thrive, which are jihadists, if that wasn't clear. Consider Nazi Germany as an example, particularly in relation to modern day jihadism. After the fall of Nazi Germany, the solution was clear: de-radicalization. This involved overhauling everything from the education system to culture to economy to street names to banning all Nazi memorabilia and ideologies. There was a clear moral stance against Nazism. The moral clarity was evident in the Nuremberg trials, which publicly demonstrated the consequences of embracing Nazism. It was a simple message. No one wanted to be associated with Nazis after that. The deterrent was clear. Anyone promoting Nazism would face international condemnation. The message was simple. You cannot be a Nazi. Being a Nazi is bad. So what have we failed to do in our current era? Set an actual clear moral standard. Because the only thing we seem to offer is reward. You commit acts of terrorism, you get billions of dollars. What is the consequence? What consequences actually exist for jihadism in our morally confused world? We cannot assert a clear stance because we're afraid of being labeled as a racist. That's absurd. Imagine for a moment if we said we cannot de-Nazify Germany because we might appear racist towards Germans. That's absurd and morally corrupt and not courageous whatsoever. We lack a universal moral compass, and as a result, jihadism is not deterred, but it's actually incentivized. The United Nations was established after World War II to prevent such situations. But what has the UN actually done? Well, the UN invited Iran, a state that's sponsoring terrorism, to chair its Human Rights and Forum for Disarmament. It's appointed Putin's Russia and China's CCP to the Security Council, so it enables them to block any action against Iran. It's morally muddled. Our world is morally muddled, and we have representatives and agencies and organizations that lack, again, the courage to do what is right. Where is the International Criminal Court's prosecution of jihadist terrorism? Well, jihadists aren't technically a state, so we can't prosecute them. Convenient, right? That's why they continually reject every single peace deal, because of this fact. By creating a system that rewards jihadists rather than holding them accountable, we've set the wrong precedent. This isn't about a system of consequences. It's really about a system of incentives. We've seen what happens when diplomacy is tried. Billions of dollars given to regimes only to see terrorism continue and continue and continue. We have to rethink our failed policies. It's time to rethink our failed policies. So what's the actual solution? Well, where is the International Court for Anti-Jihad? We had the Nuremberg trials after World War II. Where are the jihadist trials? Right? In every act of jihad, whether in the Middle East, the West, or anywhere else, is met with maximum punishment. I mean, any act of jihad anywhere is met with maximum punishment. Jihadists will fade away. If a jihadist dies as part of their act, their martyrdom, then their entire tribe should be held accountable. How's that for disincentivizing terrorism? Where is the universal moral clarity? To end jihadism, we need action. The world cannot be safe as long as jihadists hold power, right? Just as we did de-Nazify after World War II, we must do the same to jihad. So the end of jihadism is actually the only possible chance for peace in the Middle East. Thank you for your time and attention.